Okay, so this is what we had created in the last class, and I'll just give you a quick recap of what we have done so far. We have installed XAMPP server. On that, we have deployed WordPress and created a website called Portfolio. Now, in this website, we are using Page Builder to generate pages, create pages, and this is the home page. In the last demonstration, I showed you how to select a static page as your landing page, which is true in this case. My home page is a static page, and I have done this page with the help of Elementor Page Builder. So let's quickly go to the backend and look at the plugins we have here. I have just one single plugin, Elementor, and it's the free version of it. And with the help of that, I have created this page. So I can anytime go and click on edit with Elementor to edit this page. Okay. Now today's objective of this demonstration is to show you how to add header and footer to your website. Header and footer are two sections which remains common for all the pages in most of the cases, not always. There are cases where header and footer also changes depending upon the kind of pages you are putting it on. So for now, we will just focus on one header, one footer, which is consistent for the entire website. Okay. Now here, if I click on edit with Elementor and try to do anything with these, see if I hover here, I have the option of changing things, but I don't have control over the footer or the header because these are the sections which are not available for editing in free version of Elementor, and buying the Elementor again would cost money. So I'll show you a workaround, which is to install another plugin called Elementor Header and Footer, which allows us to create header and footer and append it on appropriate places. Okay, now header and foot. See, there are many things. I'll tell you just briefly. This goes on record that header can also be edited through theme, but then again you have very limited control there. The method I am showing you will give you full control over it, so you can really be very creative with the headers you are creating. And also these headers are going to be responsive in nature. That means if you switch to a mobile, you will see that the header also switches in the mobile format. Okay, now since we do not have any option of editing these things here, we will go back to our dashboard, go to the plugin section and click on add new and search for Elementor header. Just type Elementor header, press enter, wait for it, and the first plugin you see is Elementor header and footer builder. Good thing about it is this is really trusted plugin, has 5-star ratings, right? Almost 2000 plus reviews, and last updated is 1 month ago. That means it's very compatible. It also says that compatible with your version of WordPress. So these things you should always check while installing any plugin. I'm gonna install now. And then click on activate. Perfect. So we have Elementor header and footer working. Now you can find this by going to the appearance, and then you can see Elementor header and footer section. Elementor header and footer builder option there. Click on that and it takes you to this page. Now from this page you have option of adding a new. So think of it in this way, that we can create a section which can be used as a header. The header remains constant for the entire website. There are other rules also we can set, but here we'll do it for the entire website. So I'm gonna click on add new button here, and then it will ask you a few options. I'm a WordPress, let's say expert, and myself, my company, or you can just completely skip it, that's fine. So I went to appearance, Elementor, header and footer. Appearance, and then add new. Okay. Now in the add new, after clicking on add new, you will come to this page. Here we will add a title just so that we can remember it, and then click on edit with Elementor. We haven't published it yet, so unless you publish it, it will not show up. Okay. And then before we publish it, below we have option type of template. So what are we looking for? Header. So I'm gonna click on header, and then we have these options. So display on, select, look at the categories. I want it to be displayed on the entire website, so I'm gonna click on entire website. Okay. And then user roles, I want it to be displayed for all the users, so I'm gonna say okay, all. And then we have the option of enable layout for Elementor canvas template, just tick this on and then say publish. So after publishing it, we did not do anything in the header, right? So let's go check our website, let's see what happens. Now you see that the header disappeared. This header is no more there in the website. That means it got replaced by the thing we created, but we never edited it. We just created a blank header, and that is why we do not have anything in the header section. Okay, that's a good sign. That means we can put something in the header now. So I'm gonna click on edit with Elementor and wait for it. Now it will open up a blank workspace for you, and then let's say I want to divide the header in three sections. Okay, so I'm gonna look for this three sections. Here I want to put the site logo, so I'm gonna click on the plus sign, and in the search widget I'm gonna type in site logo. That option is there, and whenever you see this HFB, that represents that these will support Elementor header and footer. Okay, so HFB means header and footer blocks. Okay, so I'm gonna pull in site title here because we do not have any logo at the time. So I'm gonna just pull up site title and then drop it here, and then I can style it the way I want. That's fine. Here I want the navigation, so I'm gonna click on plus sign, or maybe let's say I want the navigation here. So I'm gonna type in nav, and then it shows navigation menu HFB. The paid version of Elementor will also give you access to the nav menu, which is locked right now because we are using the free version of it. So I'm going to pull up the nav menu and drop it here in the center. The navigation menu have only two options, which again is visible here. So that's good. We will style it just in a while. And then here, let's say I want the search, uh, or in the navigation only we have option of enabling the search. So we can do that here also. I want this to be right aligned, and before we do styling of it, let's just publish it quick and then go to our site and then refresh, and we see that we have the header here. We just have to design it, beautify it. So let's say I want a solid color in the background of the header. That can be done here. I can select this section, go to the style, and here I can choose a background color, and I don't know, let me quickly, let's set this one, or maybe a different color than this one. Yeah, this looks fine. Publish this. Let's check. Yes, we have this. blue color in the header. I want to style this text also, so I can click on this, go to the style section, click on the typography, and I can play around with the size of it, increase the line height to drop it down. Okay, and I can also play around with the font, but I'm fine with this. यहाँ पे जब मैंने इस पे क्लिक करोगे तो आ जाएगा, ठीक है। यहाँ पे लिंक भी है, डिफॉल्ट का मतलब है इट विल ऑलवेज टेक यू टू द होम पेज, and this navigation, click on this, it says menu, which menu do you want to display. By default it will select the only menu you have, so I had main menu, it got selected. You also have the option of setting last menu item as button, so it just is there so that you can highlight some option. I don't want this. In the layout section there are many things. To start with, I want the layout to be horizontal and I want it aligned on the right hand side. So it's aligned on the right hand side now. And maybe since we do not have a search bar, let's see if we have the search bar or not here. Uh, the search box option is not here. So if I want the search option, I can include it separately by clicking on the plus sign and calling in search. So I have HFB giving me search option also. I just put it there, and then I have a search box also, and I can customize it. Search. So I have choice of either having an icon, input box, or input box with icon. So I'm gonna go with input box with icon. I can also play around with the thickness of it, size of it. So I'm gonna go with 35 and style it. I can completely make it round, which looks better in this case, and then publish it. Let's go check on our website. The header looks much better. Okay. Now the styling of links will be taken over by the styling defined in the Elementor, not Elementor header and footer. And that is why you see the text different here and you see the text styled in a different way there. But alignment and all can be taken care by changing things here. So if I want to align it with this, I can push it down by giving some vertical padding. Here I want to push it down, so I'm gonna select that, and here I don't have an option of basically I want to push it down a little bit. I don't have that option. So to align it properly, I'll have to go to this section and then wow. So okay, they are using Flexbox now. That's good, yeah. So you have learned how Flexbox works. So you just click on space around. This is a new addition, but aligns things perfectly actually. Publish, and we will refresh it. Everything looks perfect. Okay, now this home thing is not looking nice here. I don't want this visible. So to change this, we'll have to go to the home page, and here in the settings, sorry, not site settings, page settings we'll have to look for. And okay, acha, home settings are here and the page settings are here. So let's click on this. and here we have option of hide the title. So we'll click on this and the title will be hidden. I also want to add a little margin. So select the top slider and then go to the advanced section, and here where it says margin, I want to add the margin at the top, and I think top will do it. So I'll unlink it, go to the top and then type in 100 or maybe 50 is fine. Let's add 50.
This editor is editing the page and the header and footer was editing just the head.
Yes.
And so and together you're seeing it in the different
Yeah.
the page.
Yes. I can refresh the page here and the changes will be visible here also.
We are not doing it.
But I haven't refreshed it yet. I can refresh it.
36.
Yeah. So it is visible now here. ठीक है? Now home is gone and we have a nice looking landing page. Okay, so we have created the header and we have two links. In order to check if the header is working properly or not on our website, we have to navigate to the second link as well. So let's click on About Me, and I see that the header is there. And since we do not have any content on About Me, but still it shows that it's the About Me page, and we also have the footer here appended below it, since there is no content in between, so that's why it came all the way up. But I see a little defect here. This is not aligned the way it should be, right? Why is it happening? And also I see that the uh, height of this is comparatively more than what it should be. So why is this problem inconsistency is there? Let's try to find out. So we have manipulated a few settings here. If I click on this and go to the style, in the typography section, I played around with the line height. So I'm gonna just, I think line height shouldn't do any problem. Uh,
Have you selected it to apply on to all pages?
it automatically applies it on all the pages. So if it is visible, it means it's applied already there. So it has to do with something with vertical padding. Uh, so I'm gonna go and then go negative, like absolutely minimum on line heights and everything. And here in the search option, did we tweak up anything? I don't think so. So now let's publish it and test if it is consistent on both the pages. So this is uh, yeah, now it is consistent on both the pages. Here it's coming slightly different. So one more thing we'll have to see is on About Me we have to disable the page header. So let's just quickly edit the About Me page a little bit. So we'll click on, notice right now if I go on About Me and try to click on Edit with Elementor, it's not working out. You know why? Because we have to first enable it by going to the dashboard under the pages, and in About Me we haven't enabled Edit with Elementor, so we'll have to do that by clicking here, and once you do it, then that will be available in the ribbon section. So here I don't want to see this. I can remove this by going to the settings and hide the title, and let's quickly publish it. But I also want to add some content, so I'm gonna click on plus sign, and About Me it is. So I want a 2 column layout, and here I would just put a picture. uh, for now I'll just go for icon. Mm, so icon box, and in this icon let's just put this image. I want to put this one, and yeah, one no heading. इमेज पे जाके कैसा आया मतलब आइकन बॉक्स डाला आइकन बॉक्स ठीक है okay and here I'll just add some placeholder text which I'll copy from here. So text editor, and let's just put some placeholder text. Okay, and I'll also add some margin from the top. So click on this and add a top margin of about 100 pixels and then publish the page. So now if we second, so if this remains consistent, and in fact I should check it in a different browser window. So I'll open incognito and paste it there. So it's sticking there. Good. Oh, it's pushing. थोड़ा सा फर्क है. अच्छा. Care. If nothing works out, then we'll have to just add some custom code to it and it will be taken care of. But let me again try once again. So in the here now it should work. I'll tell you the problem. Here I have. I hope it works now. Let's quickly check it. Perfect. Perfect.
You are
साइज चेंज हो रहा है.
पर इसके नीचे क्या है
साइज चेंज होने की वजह से ही हो रहा है. खैर ये माइनर इश्यूज है, फिक्स हो जाएगा. शायद फ्लेक्स बॉक्स यूज़ किया है इसी वजह से हो रहा है. मे बी. तो फ्लेक्स बॉक्स हटा देते हैं. चलो इस पे भी यूज़ नहीं करेंगे, इस पे भी यूज़ नहीं करेंगे और इस पे भी यूज़ नहीं करेंगे. अब देखते हैं. खैर ये डिबग कर लेंगे, इसको इसको बाद में देखेंगे. अभी इस पे दिमाग नहीं लगाते. बड़ा स्ट्रेंज है वैसे. ये हो सकता है दूसरे साइट में, मतलब दूसरे लैपटॉप में होना हो सकता है. ठीक है. अब हमने दो पेजेस बना लिए यहाँ पे. यहाँ पे भी कंटेंट ऐड कर दिया है. नाउ इट्स टाइम टू मेक द फुटर. So in the same way we have done the header, we will do the footer also. We'll go to the dashboard. How do you go to dashboard from here? And then go to appearance, Elementor, header and footer. And there we will add another one. And here we will call it footer. Type the template. Type of template should be footer. And it should display on the entire website. And then user role, all roles. And enable this one also. And choose publish. After publishing, if you go and check on the side, right now this is the part of the footer. If you refresh, that should not be visible. That means we have successfully replaced the footer. So we can go back and click on edit with Elementor. Now here in the footer section, we can build it exactly as header. Even though it looks as if it is going to go on the top, it's going to get appended at the bottom of the entire page. So we can click here, and I want a 3 column layout here as well, but all 3 columns should be equal, right? And we don't have that option in the layout here, so I can simply click on this one, adds up one. Sorry, no, this is not the column you want. Actually, you want 2 column, and then you right click on one and then choose duplicate. That gives you 3 equal columns. On the left hand side, let's say I want to add an image, so I'll click on the plus sign, drag one image, and we can style. Basically, let's see what we have. Do we have? Okay, let me just use this one. And then I want you can also mask things out. Many interesting things can be done. So I can go to the advanced tab, and it's an image, right? I have a mask section. After enabling that, I can choose different kind of shapes. You must have seen this in many websites, right? And so many options. I also have a custom option where we can choose an svg file. I don't have that SVG right now, but we can build our own SVG blob and then put it there. For now, I'm just going to use, let's say, this blob. This is fine. Okay. I can reduce the width to control the size of it. And let's say I want to add address here below this. I'm going to go for 50 and go to add elements and then pull out text editor. So what I'm doing is building up our footer, and we can just say that this is our address. Whatever you want to put, that's fine. Okay. In the middle also similarly you can put things. Uh, on the right, let's say we had added one form, newsletter form, right? So let's click on form, and all the form options are closed right now because it's not accessible from the free version of it. So there is a hack to it. uh, you can go down to the WordPress section, and from there you can pull up uh, the forms is disabled actually here in the free version. So, or we can put this, our HTML code, and let's quickly go and see. We had the form designed already, right? So where is our form? इसमें नहीं है. इसके फाइल्स कहाँ रखे थे मैंने सारे? फॉर्म ऐड ही नहीं किया. यहाँ पे खैर, कोड से ऐड करने का फिर पॉइंट क्या है? आप डायरेक्टली इसमें भी ऐड कर सकते हो. बताता हूँ कैसे कर सकते हैं. अभी के लिए छोड़ दो इस फॉर्म. अभी के लिए सिर्फ लेट्स पुट अ बैकग्राउंड कलर टू इट. इसका कलर चेंज कर देते हैं. और पब्लिश कर देते हैं फिलहाल के लिए. Let's see if the footer appears here at the bottom or not. Yes, we have the footer now, and we can design it as per our own liking. That's not a problem. Okay. So we have done the header and done the footer. We have three columns here where we can populate, those section columns with content. Okay. So I'll just